Welcome to the stream. We had a day off for a trip. What's up, man? Man, I was on a long train ride because of a person who decided to throw themselves in front of one and cause a delay. They do that in Japan here, apparently. Yeah, and then everything gets derailed, literally and figuratively. And then you gotta wait. Yeah, like in New York. Yeah, I saw a lady like put a belt around, like, or like a bike lock around her. Yeah, in Japan, they just get downtrodden and they do it to cause trouble. Like they know it's going to make a delay for everyone. So they're down and out on society. So they're just like, eat this, everyone. I hear you. I'm rich, Dave. Yeah, I missed out. I was in that ninja village. $10,000. Wait, what did I miss? It looks like Monday pushed up, we had a gap, pullback, retest of some levels. Red folder. 30 days after open. Shotoku Taishi, they call it in Japanese. You could choke one of the arms out and make it the stranger. the banter's half the reason to be there. Shout out to the 3 of you watching. Thank you. Sorry I took a day off. I was not in town. Please let me know if the sound gets garbled. We haven't taken a trade yet, so we're just chilling. I arrived late on the train today. It was annoying. It was a 2-hour train ride that turned into 5. We hit about 800 in buy side and now pulling back on all of that. Yeah, it was annoying. They don't show you what happens. They just say somebody had an accident on the train. And then everything gets delayed because they have to like clean up the mess or whatever. It's like Judge Dredd when they had the... It's like everyone knows what it is. Where they had that like shooting at a mall and they're like, the shop will be open in 40 minutes. In other news, we have one last opportunity for the Apex 90% off. I don't know if they'll extend it, but today's the last day. We got some news 30 minutes after open. Be aware of that. Yeah, that was... I'm glad I've never had to see anything like that. But you have those delays quite often, actually. They actually penalize the what do you call it? They penalize the family for doing that as a disincentive to do it. So certain lines have more of a penalty based on the delay it causes. So they tried to disincentivize, but then some people do it just to spite their family. So there's like a FU effect that some people use that line in particular because it charges more. So there's like a weird angle that people take to doing that where they're trying to like screw their family or screw society. Like, I don't really get it. There's much prettier ways to go than that. I've never seen anything like that, but that they happen to do that a lot. Like, there's those delays a lot. Thankfully, I've never had to see anything like that. Say what? Yeah, I don't I don't know if... Choo choo. I was saying that they like try to disincentivize it by charging the family for doing that. So if you had somebody that did that in your family, they'll charge the family a penalty for that happening. Like it's their fault. And I don't know how they get away with that. Exactly. Yeah. And then some lines basically. And then like some lines have like less of a penalty than others, so they end up being the one that people choose because they don't want to do their family wrong. But then there's the opposite where some people who didn't like their family would choose the most expensive one. So there's like there's different pools of people that use different lines for different reasons. Like this line will charge you this much to your family if you do that, and this line has less of a penalty. So I'm going to do them a favor by using this line instead, or I'm going to show them and give them the middle finger and use the most expensive one. Yes. So if it's in Tokyo, the most expensive one is the Yamanote-sen, which is the main one for Tokyo. And so some people choose that one in particular, which shows like they really didn't like their family. Or go to the forest, like where they lose themselves, if you know what I mean. I mean, it's so ridiculous. It's not a laughing matter, but you end up laughing because it's just like, wait, there's a whole culture of this. Indeed. And just everyone's like, man, when as soon as they announce it, because it just means like a big middle finger to everyone trying to ride the train, because it just means everything gets haywire. So it causes a big middle finger to everyone unrelated to it, and then it causes a middle finger to their family. Exactly, that second one, the latter. Because it's just like, man, because it's like, it means an hour and a half to 2 hour delay from where you're trying to go. Because all the trains got to stop and get rerouted, and then all your tickets mean nothing, and you're like, what? Where do I go now? No idea. I never had to see it, but I would imagine it's like a water balloon that explodes. What does reverse mortgage mean? So you like take out another mortgage when it's not worth it or something? Hmm. I see. I'm still trying to wrap my head about around that. So you owe them, and then you have to pay them more the longer you live or something? That's Weird. I've never heard that till today. So they can't leave you the title upon death or whatever? Like that the bank owns it at that point? Right. It's like an imaginary NFT. Like on paper, it's worth a lot. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Mm-mm-mm. 15 minutes. So we got a bunch of buyers here with no follow through, so we could be offsetting these sell side hits to the volume point of control here and buyer absorption to the downside. Got a little bit of resting orders down at 570, 557, and ES has some at the 6400s and the VWAP at 6425. We'll see. We got news, red folder 30 minutes after open, so be careful. Once again, we haven't taken any trades yet. We're just getting settled after being delayed on that train. Previous swing high up at 613.50. Hitting the all-time highs, and then we went about 27 points from the Monday high from yesterday where we were off. So we've been hitting the all-time highs and slightly reversing. Like if we look at what happened yesterday, reversal in Asia into London, close, and then double bottom reversal. We had a gap today, I believe. Gap to the upside. Did we recover the gap? It looks like we... Oh, sorry. Yesterday was a gap, and we covered it. Do we have any earnings? Let's go check on that. Give me a sec. Okay. Pre-market push up here. Okay. Yeah. The 23,600s had some resting orders initiated that they're starting to sweep. What about the... Yes. Doom, doom. Seven minutes. I need to work out, and after this, I didn't work out. So pretty much went to 800 and buy side, pulled back into about 500 and sell side, now pulling up into the buy side. An essential volume node being created here from London to now. And 5 minutes starts now. Came to a previous manipulation range. We manipulated down to go up, then manipulated here before dropping, so kind of an inflection point. It's also from back here. It's kind of support and resistance levels. What's that for? Beta 26. On the iPhone or PCs or what? Both? Oh, snap. Yeah, I'll try to check it out. What does it change? Is it hard to explain? That's cool. Let's see if they have any screenshots. Apple beta. Beta. I see. So it kind of looks like transparent on the little boxes around stuff. It makes it kind of like fuzzy, translucent looking. It's cool. I'll check it out. Two minutes. Yo, 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 yo. we are almost open.
Absorption ESU 5 CME sellers at 6,436.75.
We just hit about 210 in buy side up top there.
Absorption ESU 5 CME buyers at 6,434.75.
Pulling back. Nice little volume node here. Yeah, when we hit that volume node, volume point of control, I was out. We're making a higher high on NQ and a lower high on ES, just so you know, divergence. Cha-ching. There's a 200 lot seller at 629.75. Remember, we have red folder 30 minutes after open. Yeah.
Sweep ESU5 CME buyers at 64.38. Absorption ESU5 CME sellers at 6,438.25. Sweep NQU5 CME buyers at 23,648. Absorption NQU5 CME sellers at 23,648.
You got a good like 300 in sell side here and 137. They're currently rewarding the sellers, but if this pulls back on this lot at 650, it'll be a delta slingshot. You got the resting orders at 660. Do we take them or not is the question. I am on the sidelines because I don't want to give anything back. Beautiful short. Good stuff. All right, so yeah.
Absorption ESU 5 CME sellers at 6,435.5.
Just hit a 100 lot seller on the POMAC.
Absorption ESU 5 CME buyers at 6,432.75.
So currently the sellers from up here at the tippity top are getting rewarded. There's some inflection points we're at right now. These some buy pools that were hit. Volume point of control down at 600. Kind of retest that and bounced off it. So what am I getting a latency issue on? Weird. Ah, we got the news. Got some buyers in this cluster here at 623, 182, 52. The tick sound is a subscribe service. This is Bookmap. So these little icons bottom right are these drum sounds. What is the actual name of this? Hold up. It is called a absorption indicator, I think, and a sweeps indicator. Market pulse. There you go. Market pulse. And you can have it at a certain price change. The steepness of the change will increase the frequency of the beat. If you like it, I can leave it on. If you don't, I can take it off. The buyers are getting absorbed at every frequency. These sellers, it's rewarding these sellers. Immediately hit these buyers and then went into the sell side. The jitter insinuating seller strength. With the TOS, if I have TOS, what is TOS? This is Bookmap. What does TOS mean? It comes with the Bookmap. I mean, I have a lifetime global plus. I'm pretty sure even if you have a monthly, it comes with that. All right, so we're hitting a bunch of sell side as we pull back here.
Sweep and QU5 CME sellers at 23,589.25. Sweep ESU5 CME sellers at 6430. Sweep ESU5 CME sellers at 6,427.25. Absorption ESU5 CME sellers at 6428. Sweep and QU5 CME sellers at 23,579.75.
Just swept the value area low. Think or swim. Sorry, I don't know what that is, so I can't answer that. This is a Bookmap feature, though.
Sweep and QU5 CME sellers at 23,584.25. Absorption and QU5 CME buyers at 23,584.5. Sweep ESU5 CME sellers at 6,426.25. Sweep and QU5 CME sellers at 23,562.75.
We hit 556 in sell side with a continued 352 after that. Now negative 2K and delta aggression to the downside.
Absorption ESU5 CME buyers at 6,426.75.
Okay, yeah.
Absorption ESU5 CME buyers at 6,428.75. Sweep ESU5 CME sellers at 6,427.75.
We just swept the pre-market all the way into the London push up. we came into essentially where we started to push up from London, wicked into that. And where do we go? Continue to break this. We're going to break the London session. Let's go see what's in the candles. Just don't see, like, if I wasn't in a short, I would have taken the jitter against this buy side push up here and then rewarding of this sell pool. I would have shorted that if I hadn't already made some from the top rope sell side reward here. Yeah, I don't see any significant change yet. Boop, boop. All right. Yeah, we have that seller 100 lot at what is this? 584. We hit a bunch of buy side with the push up here. Not significant amount. Maybe getting some buyer absorption. Okay. Getting some buyers. Technically, we went to your ES level and bounced right off it. Okay. Remember, we got the news in 3 minutes. News in 3. Yeah, Fusion, it's Bookmap. We were talking about it a moment ago.
Sweep ESU5 CME buyers at
And there is your
6,430.5.
news
Sweep NQU5 CME buyers
manipulation.
at 23,574.5. Absorption ESU5 CME sellers at 6,432.25.
News in 2. They went and grabbed 568 in buy side, turning the volume point of control at 585. So we're above the volume point of control, hitting a bunch of buy side. They cleared the order book. There's all clear up here. We got less than 2 minutes, so we got a minute and some change. Let's go see. Okay. Nice. Well, if it, you should go back and do some criteria checklist for your own thing, what you're looking for. Try to put it in a context you can understand so you can tap into that feeling. All right, hitting a bunch of buyers here. 700 in buyers in this entire 568 push up and 200 in this region, just at the VWAP on a toss. You got news in less than a minute. Be wary, or things like just what happened might happen again. Here it goes. News. And we just got 100 buyer here at 585. 111, they're adding. You could absorb this guy if they're offsides. 133 buyer at 585. Okay, thanks for the warning. I'll reset it now. Let's see. I really don't get it. All right.
And CME 73,570.
Getting some buyer absorption. Just swept into 300 in sell side. This could get some legs if it breaks the value area low. Just hit some sell side pools here. If it doesn't accelerate through this pool, I'm out. Needs to do it quickly. It's absorbing them. Come on, break this value area low. Let's go. Break. Let's go. Accelerate. Acceleration. Stop at break even. One contract peeled off. Stop at break even on the runner. Thank you for letting me know about the fixed audio. And that is how you see the absorption. So I saw the absorption of this 142 buyer. I started to think going short. When I saw these purple guys enter and it started to reward them a little bit, I entered with very minimum risk. And we took 44 ticks on that fade, and now risk is off. Likewise. Ooh, yeah. We were seeing the buyer absorption lead into some seller aggression. It was nice. It was confluence on confluence. We broke value area low too, so this could be a fall bleed down to the 50s. Never mind, we just hit the 90.
Absorption ESU 5 CME buyers at 64.31.
Runner was stopped. Well, that was a $900 day. I think that's good enough. Thank you. Yeah, that was kind of nice how the delta was this, like, these guys got rewarded. I was like, if it goes above these, I'm out. It went up 22 ticks in my heat against this guy. I entered short off that 575 guy. And boom, it was 22 ticks of drawdown, and then the rest was getting paid. Yeah, I just like those for me, that's that low-hanging fruit idea. Like, see a cluster, take the cluster based off of the absorption of this guy. Yeah. We could be breaking into the 50s. We got some resting liquidity. Speak of the devil. Booyah. Oh, I forgot to do this. So we just hit a 317 in sell side there with that pullback. negative 2K in aggression for the session. So the sellers are currently in control. You have A, B, possible C wave down to the 30s if this volume imbalance from the push up of the Asian session. Let's go see what's resting below. Just the 50 lot. What about ES? ES has the VWAP at the 25s again. Pulling, coming back 323 buy side. It's not just that, but like seeing narratives play out. Like I have a theory about if this guy gets absorbed and it also happened to be a volume point of control and then it went below the volume point of control, showing this guy's weakness. And then when these guys stepped up, I was like, are they on sides? Okay, I'll get on sides with them, at least for that time. There was this thing where they did 317 in sales side here, and then they pulled back. And this is one thing too, where you see an absorption of all these sellers into some buy side, and you could look at that as a narrative shift in the other way. That's kind of like the engulfing off of a Bollinger. There's like different phonemes, if you will. Like there's like the E in tree, like double E's, and then there's the EA in peach. You know, there's like different phonemes that say the same thing, like long or short, but they're spelled differently, if that makes sense. So you have like double E's and you have single E's and you have an EA. So you have different combinations that say the same thing. And that's what absorption and all that stuff means. You know, it's like evidence lining up. Sometimes you get 5 pieces lining up and it doesn't play out. And sometimes you get 2 pieces line up and it does. So it's not a guarantee that it means 5 evident pieces will always. There's no always, essentially. This 500 buy side hit could be like a FU candle to the sellers to continue in their favor. But yeah, I'm basically done. Yeah, it's not even like necessarily sixth sense. It's just like seeing it before, you know, like exactly what you mean. Like it's experience. Like it's a screen time is exactly it. Like seeing it before and knowing I've seen this before enough to feel confident it's gonna do this. At least for the interim, like this was like almost 0 drawdown, and even though it would have been break even to my thing, like it, all that matters is that it had momentum in that moment, you know. We're getting the buy side hit here. Booyah. Good stuff. I'm rich, Dave. We hit the volume imbalance. This could be a touch and go on the buyer absorption. Isn't that why they call it long? Because it takes a long time. Right. The elevator. Right. Yeah. So we're hitting like another, we hit consecutively 258, 212 and buy side. So we're like punishing the late shorters down here, particularly with that 300 hit into 500 that bounce off of the Bollinger, the engulfing off the Bollinger play. Yeah, I think I'm done for the day though. Okay. So we immediately pulled back into 190 in sell side. So an oldie but a goodie. Oh, jinx. All right, so we got some resting orders at 570. Do we sweep those 570? It looks like we're about to. Yes, we did. Pulling back on 280 and sell side here. Starting to trap some of these buyers. We are just going to stay with you a few more minutes. Once again, if you were considering buying Apex, you got a few more hours for today being the last day. You start to London from what time to what time? I start basically from the 30 minutes before open ish. And we just kind of hang out from then. But if I have the day off, I'd love to trade London, but since I'm in Japan, I'm working during the London session, so I don't get time to sit in the charts unless it's Monday. But I'm on a unique schedule, so I don't get to sit in the charts at all. I don't get a weekday off anymore until September. And I was on a business trip yesterday. So I just got back on a late train. We were talking about it earlier in the stream because somebody offed themselves in front of the train. So if we go back on these 317 sell side, if we sweep the lows at 552, we could be coming to the 530s in this volume imbalance from Asia. You're getting the VWAP potential hit at 425 on ES. If you break 425, your next stop is 415. It happens more than you think, woke in Japan. It's like commonplace. They're like, somebody had an accident on the tracks today. They don't even say it like directly. That's a lot of sell side from 562. They just hit 62, 63, 50, 35, 41, 61. So if it breaks this zone, the value area low, yeah. Oh, I don't think it was a bullet train, but it was like a rapid. I don't think they do bullet train ones. I don't think you can get over the barriers. Like they have like doors that close over the potential of doing such a thing. Yeah, there's a lot of depressed people that like keep stuff in, so NQ. It's a wood chipper. It's a wood chipper, right? Kind of. Like Mr. Beast did that with a Lambo. He like, it was like he crunched up a Lambo with that thing. And then he's like, let's see it with a piano. Let's do this. Yeah, that was a Mr. Beast video for sure. Oh, yeah, it was that one. Yeah, exactly. So we're coming back again, this 562. This could be seller aggression. If it goes below this 562 guy, you're seeing the sellers step up here, kind of. Like it had no reason to come back to this pool unless it was intending to reward them. So that's another low-hanging fruit in my book. I'm just done. This looks like it's going to break the lows. I'm just done with where we're at. See how it came back on this circled pool? And then it never went below them or above them again yet. Now it's all possible, but you could just like hide behind them as an entry model or whatever. Like, and then that's what I was doing, like taking only the 22 ticks of heat before it went in my favor. You're getting more aggressive sellers here, 82 and 115. So if it doesn't continue in their direction, I'd be worried. So it would have to accelerate in their favor here. If it comes back on these guys, I'm going to be a little bit more worried about this if I was in the short. And I wouldn't put any more heat above 562. And then I'd be out. And then you can always use this guy as like another layer of theory. But this you could also look at this in the opposite side if you're looking to long. Like, I'm here. They have that Mr. Beast one. Let me see if I can find it.
Lamborghini's Ultimate Challenge.
There you go. Right, so you move the stop to the inflection point so you don't have to take heat. And then if you win, you take, you know, massive explosions of momentum in your favor. Yeah, that's right. He explained, like, this was already broken. The alignment was messed up or something. Yeah. So now if it comes back, you can try it again. And, like, it's like you wait for it to go beneath this guy and then you accelerate, you kind of go into it again, possibly. Because why would it come back unless it was intending to reward them? And then you could even use, theoretically, this 558 guy. And that gives you more confirmation. And there you go. So this basically is like a tiered inflection point, and then you wait for it to go below that before your interest peaks, you know what I mean? So it came below this guy, and then you would theoretically short it, and then you ride it with the stop at break even. And that's all she wrote. And then you could take that from 562, was it, down to 549, and that's like 20 points, and that's good enough to, you know, make repeatable moves off of. And we did twice already today, so we didn't take this one, but that's what it did. It did a little FU fake out, but it came back, and then you could have taken it again. And there you go, acceleration to the downside, volume imbalance at 530. Yes, purple is sellers. If you have watched the video on my
Absorption
channel, I go over
ESU5CME
the
buyers at
reason why I show it
64.27.
like this with bids versus asks. Seller hits to the left and the buyer hits to the right. So on your screen it would be the opposite of what my hands are doing. But yeah, basically the buyers hit to the right and the sellers hit to the left. And then this will on my screen is color weighted. So you see 79 buyers to 19 sellers, 82 sellers to 23 buyers. And so you can list that as many ways, but I like the primitive way, if you will, the most pure way of showing it as buyers and sellers. And then it color weights it just to make it more instantaneous which one is which. So if you're zoomed out, you know, there's a lot of purple sellers to buyers. You know what I mean? There's a How to Outsmart the Markets 2024 video I did 10 minutes long that goes into the details, nitty gritty about it. I suggest watching that. All right. Well, that was yeah, and then hitting the 92 and the 67 sell side would be where you reconsider, because there's too many late people joining the party and or buyers getting hit there, which is why you play into the momentum. Coming back into value area low. We're going to call it here, folks. So we'll catch you tomorrow. I got to work out and get some sleep after that long train ride. So catch you laters. Have a good day. Peace and stay positive. Stay